Be live. So, hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. So I was actually going to do like a restoration video, but I don't have any storage on my phone. I don't feel like clearing up any storage, so I just decided why not make this a live stream of me washing this doll here. So I just received today this doll I've been wanting for a long, long time. She is a vampelina from the Magic Night Outline. I think from Bratzillaz. I think that's the name of it. I have two of these dolls from when I was younger. Jade Jador and I think Cloetta Spelletta. Not entirely certain on the names of everyone. So there's Sasha Bella, Cloetta Spelletta, Megana. Um, I know there's those names, so yeah. I don't know them by heart, but I do remember enjoying these dolls immensely when I was younger. Immensely. Like, for me, it was these Monster High and somewhat Ever After High. I didn't have too many of the Ever After High dolls. I did have a select few, but Bratzillaz was definitely a line that I was trying, like a doll, like a franchise doll line that I was heavily trying to collect all of, and I never even halfway there. So yeah. Anyways, I've already kind of washed her a little bit, so I'm just gonna take my toothbrush. She's in some sudsy water. You can probably see the water's just a teensy bit dirty. Now, from me scrubbing her, but I'm gonna actually scrub her with a little bit of baking soda, because why not? You know? So I'm probably gonna do her, I'm gonna start with her face. We're also gonna be conditioning her hair. I've already washed her hair and everything like that. Let me get a towel beside me. Like so. Wipe my hand a little bit. And then I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of this baking soda on her face. Baking soda is like a very light abrasive type of cleaner. I don't use it for baking, but I think people use it a lot in like cleaning. So that's what I use it for, is cleaning. But yeah, I'm just gonna scrub around her eyes because I don't want to scratch those beauties. Like, they're so pretty too. Um, she has like the follow me eyes. I don't know. They kind of look like they're following you. I don't know if it picks up that well on camera, but in person, girl, in person, they look cool as heck. Uh, but yeah, just scrubbing her a little bit. The outfit, it's not really that dirty at all. Like, it basically, nothing came out when I washed it. But you know what? She's a beauty doll. Why wouldn't you wash her, you know? Yeah, that's her outfit. I don't know what material this is, but it's in perfect condition, basically. I'm probably just gonna nip a little few of the loose threads, and then I'm gonna fray check them on some of the more prone to fraying material, especially on the cape. The cape I have seen in really rough shape. Most of these dolls, see, I got this doll because one, within the price that she was, a lot of people were charging that plus more for her and she only had her cape. Like, I'm not. No, I want her dress and her cape. The socks or whatever, I can like make replicas of those low key. I even found like a lacy material in Walmart that looks darn near the same. It looks nearly identical in my opinion. Plus I know someone that's actually had somebody make replica socks for this dolly. I don't think I need any more baking soda on her head, low-key, so I'll just set her over to the side. And then work on her body, because her body looked like a little bit grubby, especially on the legs. But if you didn't know, the gimmick for this Magic Night Outline from Bratzillaz was like the waist would turn, and then the arms would. That's so funny, I don't know. I love that. She's flinging water everywhere. But yeah, I love that. I really do. I, I just miss like the older dolls from when I was younger. I know, probably nostalgia bias. I know they weren't like the most quality dolls ever, but like they had fashion packs and like they had cool concepts and stuff like that. I miss like cool concept dolls with cool concepts. You know what I mean? Ugh. I guess we still have Monster High nowadays, so that's something. Monster High was the survivor of the cool concepts from back in my day, doll wise. I really want to get the legs because they're this rubbery material, and when you get these rubbery material legs, like high key baking soda is the only way to go in my opinion. What is that on her foot? I could probably remove that with some. Is it coming off? I think it's coming off. That's fine. Whatever won't come off with some baking soda, I'm just going to take a little bit of rubbing alcohol. Whatever doesn't come off with rubbing alcohol, then acetone it away. Unless this is hard plastic. Don't use acetone on this, like, ABS. Was that the name of it? I don't know. There's a name for it, but I can't remember. Ugh. I always loved the Bratzillaz in particular compared to, like, the Bratz because, like, they were more proportional. They're not proportional, you know what I mean? Like, they're not a Barbie level, like, proportional, even though the newer ones, low key, do look a little bit suspicious with their humongous heads, but I loved this style of proportions. Like, it's kind of reminiscent of Monster High. Obviously, that's what they were trying to, like, compete against. But, like, I like this size of head against this proportion of body. It looks more aesthetically pleasing to me. Not to say I don't like Bratz, but if I had to pick, they would all have this style of body. But I still do love my Bratz, and I do want more Bratz, especially the Fashion Pixies reimaginings. I love those, especially Jade. But yeah, I'll get them eventually. Just like I never thought I was going to get this girl, but then I ended up getting her, so yeah. So for her hair, I think I'm going to rinse. Okay, I'm going to wash the outfit one more time. My hands, just squeeze it. Do a little light hand washing. It's not dirty at all, really. Like, this level of dirt is nothing compared to what I've had to clean in the past. Like, it's a little dingy, but girl, okay, this is nothing. I've had to clean dolls that were literally black from black mold. It's wild what I have tried to salvage and have been able to salvage, low key. Like, I've pretty much been able to salvage like 99% of the dolls in my possession or that I've found from other people's possessions, you know? Ugh, okay, so this water's done. Drain that. And then we're gonna rinse it. I'm just gonna rinse it in some hot water. Or like nearing like very, very lukewarm. Verging on getting hot. Temperature. Just gonna squeeze the soap out of the outfit. And when you're washing these outfits, guys, like make sure to close your Velcro fastenings because they will snag on anything and everything. Learn from my mistakes. I have almost ruined outfits because they snagged and when I went to go rip it, like peel it off. Girl, that sometimes the outfit would rip. Or like the fibers would come undone. I don't know. It's wild. Especially when they're damp and wet and stuff like that. Like they become a little bit more fragile in my experience. So yeah, just wanna do this. And then squeeze them. And if I need to iron it, like I'll just iron it. Doesn't matter if it gets wrinkly in my opinion. As long as it's clean. But I am going to try and lay them out to where they don't like wrinkle. So I can probably hopefully do it with not with having to get away with not ironing them. Yeah, that's what I can say. I'm just gonna press a little bit. There we go. Alrighty, now we rinse her off. And I did bring my brush, so we're gonna condition her hair and get it all nice. This doll had, did I mention she has Saran? I think I might have, I don't know. She does have Saran. Someone tried to tell me that this doll has polypropylene hair, and like, no. Even from the pictures that they sent of their doll that they reviewed, because they said, oh, she's got awful poly hair. Like, I could see that the hair was yellow, and I'm like, in the back of my mind, I'm like, well, maybe they rooted her with like yellow poly, but that was probably white Saran in age. So poly usually, in my experience, doesn't go yellow like this. Like Saran is pretty much the only. Sorry, I saw like a weird pop up on my phone. I am so inexperienced when it comes to this YouTube streaming stuff. Ugh. Yeah, as you can see, the hits get pretty soft when you like warm them up in even just hot water, tap water. So that's nice. But oh yeah, I didn't rinse the body off. Let me do that really quickly. I'm getting much of that soakiness out of there, and I'm gonna put her in a very well ventilated area where there's constant air, like near a vent or a fan. Some people just like leave the doll like in stagnant environment, and they're like, "Why is my doll like not dry after like 3 days?" I'm like, "Girl, put it in, put it in near a fan or something, please." All right, it's getting a little wet over here, so I'm gonna take my actually just grab a washcloth, just like kind of soak up some of this water, clean my work area. I'm notorious for not cleaning up as I go. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we are sorry, some water came out her head. Try and get that out there. Okay, now what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab some conditioner. This is shampoo. This is conditioner. I'm using what is this? Suave rose oil infusion. Ooh, fancy, fancy schmancy. But yeah, you can just use any conditioner. I usually there's just one conditioner I use, and I do not know where I put it, but it smells so good. Like it's not like the scent stays in the hair forever. Like it eventually evaporates or whatever. But it's nice while it lasts, you know? So I'm just gonna lather that up. Like it's Saran, it doesn't need much. I just put like a couple little squirts in there and she should be good. She has this weird little cut bit there. Looks like a manufacturing error because there's no other cut bits in her hair, so I think that is a manufacturing error. And then I'm going to rinse off my hands so I don't get conditioner everywhere. And then I'm going to take hold on, I'll just clean some of this hair out of it. I'm going to use a wire bristle brush, which is a pet grooming brush. Don't mind the hair that's in there. That is a yarn, actually, probably. Because I was brushing out some yarn for some dolls that I was making. And then we always start at the ends and work our way up. Saran is just gorgeous. A wonderful fiber to restore, like, unless it's like super damaged, like it can become super brittle and like ugly and fly away and unsalvageable in my opinion. But this girl's Saran is actually pretty good condition. Like it seems like she wasn't even really played with that much, I'm not gonna lie. Or maybe she was like a very cherished doll. I like to think that. I had specific dolls in my collection when I was a kid that I like cherished and didn't like mess up and stuff. Like I'd lose accessories, but it's like my Rebecca Steam. Ugh, that doll is still in immaculate condition, low-key. I think she might have a little chip on her lip, but besides that, she's like almost complete and everything. So she is a survivor. Yeah, I mean there's really nothing to restore on this hair besides give it a little oil wash to flatten it. I'm gonna be recurling it, giving her some volume. It's been forever since I've curled a doll's hair, low key. Like, let me take that back. I've curled doll's hair, but it's like a hard curl, not like ringlets or anything like that to give it like volume. But yeah, I'm gonna do that for this girly. Maybe, I don't know. Usually, when I curl a doll's hair, I do it on dolls that I like don't plan on touching anymore because I like playing with the hair. So I might leave her hair uncurled. I don't know. But I also want her to look super minty. Did I? I don't think I mentioned this. I think I mentioned this in the video that like get cut off because I ran out of storage. But I'm gonna be 3D printing her missing accessories. So she came with, besides her outfit, obviously. She came with a set of earrings, which she doesn't have. Yeah, see, there's the holes. She came with earrings, a hat, a bracelet, shoes, obviously, a brush, and then like a little magic wand that I think she would hold in her hand and like dance with. Um, uh, they don't have the model for that sadly on Colts. That Colts is a site I buy my 3D models off of usually, unless I have sculpted it myself. But for like stuff like replacements and stuff like that, I don't really trust myself with making replicas like that. In that sense, like dolls, I can usually do it, like the physical human form. But when it comes to like accessories and stuff like that, girl, I don't know. I'm lost. I like for other people to make my replacement accessories. But I have made a few. I've made a Rochelle replacement headband, and I also made a replacement Elizabeth bracelet. Hold on. And then we're just gonna rinse this conditioner out. I'm not even gonna leave it in. Sometimes I would leave it in and then like oil wash it with the conditioner in, especially if it's like a pimento on. But for salon, you really don't need that in my opinion. Plus, there'll be like a little bit of residue left anyway, so from the conditioner, so it'll kind of protect the hair. Yeah. Oh, their hair is just so silky smooth. I don't know how the person that told me that theirs was Polly, how they got it confused with Polly, because she's only, I actually looked it up on a database, a website from Looking Bratz. I think that's what he goes by on YouTube. He's a super duper knowledgeable Bratz. I consider him an expert in Bratz. Like he has a whole website with like archival stuff and databases for dolls, like pretty much almost every doll you can think of for Bratz wise, from every like anything under the Bratz name, he probably has on his website. Anyways, she was only listed with having Saran, having been produced with Saran, while the other ones from this line were either produced with polypropylene or Saran, from what I saw. Mine, I think, my Jade Jador, I think she had Saran. I could be wrong. Could be wrong. I think my Cloetta, she had Saran. I think they said that she was only produced with Saran. I could be wrong. Anyways, but yeah. She's clean. She smells really good. Like, really, really good. So I'm just going to pat her hair dry a little bit to encourage the drying process. Then I will maybe rinse off my brush a little bit because it has some leftover conditioner in it. Or on it, rather. Give it one final brush. I love her hair blend. Low key, like she was originally rooted with like a very bright white Saran. Think of like a Frankie from G3 or G1 or whatever. It was kind of like that, but since it's aged, I kind of like it since it's aged. Like it gives it a little bit more like makes it look a little less cartoony. But I do like cartoony, so I guess either one is fine. But I'm kind of glad that she's around, so I don't have to reroute her. Because I do plan on for any Bratzillaz that I have that is poly, I plan on rerouting, and I do have the Witchy Princesses, two of them, the more expensive ones, from my childhood. That I need to print a couple replacement things for, and then get their hair situated. I forget the name. I think Serena. Serena is one of their names, and then I forget the other two's names. There was a pink one, and then another like bluish kind of one. Serena, I think her name was like a teal color. But yeah, I did have a lot of Bratzillaz growing. Well, kind of a lot, sort of. I had a decent little selection, but yeah. There's her beautiful, gorgeous Saran. Smells so good. Okay. So I'm just gonna wipe her body and dry it a little bit, the exterior. Just dry it a little bit, and then I'm going to kind of hear some of that water inside of her. So I'm going to set her near a vent, and we do have the heat going because it's a little cool. Been a little cool for the past few days because it's been rainy. Yeah. Yeah. Besides that, she's done. She smells so good. Anyways, that was just a quick little video of me washing her. I got her for, now don't judge me. I might have paid like $250 for her, but I had it, so oh, more so I put it on my credit card. But yeah, I paid $250 for her, which honestly, considering some of the prices that people were asking for like a nude doll, like they were asking $200 for her just nude. I was like, oh no, I'm not doing that. But if she has her outfit, whatever, I'll just swallow my pride and I'll buy her because I honestly have been wanting her for so many years. Probably like 3 or 4 plus years since I found out about her. I think I found out about her in like 2019, 2020. So it's been around like 5, 6 years, 7, something like that. But yeah. Anyways, that's gonna be the end of this live stream. I just want to come on here and do this really quickly. I'll probably fire up the live stream whenever, when it comes to like her restoration, like when she's fully dry and stuff like that, probably making her socks and printing her stuff and all this other stuff. But yeah, anyways, that's the end of this live stream. Hope you enjoyed, and if you did, I'm glad, and bye bye.